Welcome back, everyone, to another great installment of Out of Character.
Hi.
Heyo!
We're back again with our merry band of intrepid adventurers, and let's start things off as we usually do with
By
a quick shout out.
talking about how we have to do a take two because we did all of this and George didn't hit record.
We're not going to talk about that.
Technically, take 3 because we tried again, and I was way too loud.
We'll get there eventually.
You too loud? No way.
I'm not loud.
So yeah, let's start things off as we tend to do with a quick shout out to the folks over at Syrinscape. Thanks everyone over there for the great and wonderful audio.
A Syrinscape! You the best.
Real
Best I ever had.
nice work over there.
You did so good. You're making me so scared.
We don't have any actual sponsors for today, unfortunately.
Good.
But hey, there's always tomorrow.
I would have remained unsponsored.
So our first weekly thing is thanking Syrinscape. Our second weekly thing, I think, should be apologizing to your speakers and your ears for John.
That's true. Just
ahead of time. Mm-hmm. We're sorry.
I'm not loud. You just all hear very well.
Your ears work better for John.
Yep.
all right. So without any further ado, excuse me. Let's roll with
Out of character. That's not how it goes.
So last time on Out of Character, our two adventurers had made their way and saved Ashlock's father, Thomas, from a potential... I'm only going to assume it was one number that I can think of.
Yeah.
Marcus took the percentile dice and put it on the sex number and pushed it to me. Giggity.
So you guys save Ashlock's father. You guys ventured in back to the cavern to see if there was any other mysteries that you had missed or hadn't spotted yet. After investigating a little bit, you guys discerned there was nothing much else of note within the cavern, and you decide to head back outside and check up on Ashlock's father, who apparently was in the middle of having his unconscious body being stalked by a small pack of 4 wolves. A fight breaks out. The wolves are quickly dealt with, and then you guys retreat back into the cavern
You're welcome.
to rest. When you come to in the morning, Ashlock's father has regained consciousness.
Oh yeah, we got to kill him.
There's a quick discussion about what exactly it is needs to happen now that it seems the creatures have gotten a hold of the device after interrogating Ashlock's father, and he very sternly puts it that this needs to go back to the city. The information needs to go to the appropriate people so that the right actions can be taken. Darren tries to plea for a quick recess so that he can assess if there's any magical effects affecting Ashlock's father. He protests, moves on, But Darren still continues, and after completing his spell, meets back up with them with enough time of his spell remaining to see that there is in fact no magical effect affecting Ashlock's father, but there is an almost anti-magical field, an aura to Ashlock's father. And that's where we left off on out of character.
So is it a aura or an actual field? Like if I dart my eyes over as it's fading away, is there still magical stuff coming off of Ashlock?
Yes, there's still magic stuff.
Okay.
You still see whatever tools or weaponry you have currently. The skull also emanates a small aura coming from his pocket.
Okay. Nothing.
That's what I thought.
No,
I mean, I feel fine.
not just nothing. But anti-magic, it looks.
What the hell is anti-magic?
So, Ashlock has magical stuff on him.
Yeah.
It gives off an aura, and I can tell what kind of school of magic they come from and what's affecting it. But when I looked at you, not only was there just no magical aura, but almost like that kind of darkness that lets off no light of magical aura.
So what you're telling me is you don't see anything wrong with me.
If I detected nothing, then yeah. But the fact that something is obscuring my sight is what's worrisome. Because if I saw no aura at all, I'd be okay. But the fact that something is absorbing or like masking any magical aura is worrisome. Can you do me a favor? Can you check your person real quick to see if there's anything in your pockets or on you that wasn't there before they took
He
you?
kind of looks down and he's wearing like full plate. No, not necessarily full plate, but almost an officer's uniform of armor plating, chainmail, and leather. There's not many places. He kind of pats himself down, looks. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. If what you're saying is true, then it's all the more reason we need to head back to town.
Yeah, you're right.
I do appreciate your concern, but time is of the essence, and we need to get back as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Did you feel any better when I put the cream on your hands?
My hands felt a bit better, but I still feel like there's a heavy weight on my chest, like I just ran 20 miles straight with no breaks. And then again, while I was out, it was almost nightmarish what I felt, but I couldn't do anything about it. But that's neither here nor there. We need to get back. We need to go talk to the Earl Marshal. Let him know. Maybe he can get word to the lords of the land. We can figure out what's going on.
Who is the Earl Marshal? Like, what is that?
Give me a intelligence check. See if you heard this phrase before.
That'll be a 21.
21. You have in some of your encounters with people, and the Earl Marshal is the highest ranking officer within the city guard.
Okay.
Do I know who it is?
You give me an intelligence check with advantage because you are familiar with the force.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
23.
23, yes. You know that the Earl Marshal is a man by the name of Coruscant de Rook.
Coruscant de Rook?
Mm-hmm.
If I reach out my consciousness as we're walking to town, Can I communicate with Rodney?
It is not so much you extending your will towards Rodney. It's Ashlock, kind of somewhat consciously commanding Rodney to speak. So there's no connection for you.
But if Rodney talks to me, I can respond telepathically?
Yeah.
Okay. So, randomly as we're walking, I'll just be like, hey, Rodney.
I'll have him respond.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you tell Ashlock that, he needs to question his dad? Because his dad questioned him for information, but he never made sure that was his dad. And
Are you saying this out loud?
No,
I'm
just-
assuming the first initial, hey, Rodney.
Was out loud. This is all telepathically to Rodney. And he never made sure that this Thomas was his dad, and the anti-magic shit that I saw was a little wearisome.
I'll make sure I pass that message along, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Ashlock, Mr. Darren here wants to let you know to kind of interrogate your father as to making sure he is the man he claims to be. Mr. Darren believes he might be putting up some sort of facade, as you will.
Excuse me. What was it that I gave you for your birthday last year?
It was some sort of mechanized music thing. But you know I don't like music. I don't know why you made it. I told you it wasn't suited for me, and I did. I mean, it's still in my office. I don't know why.
I couldn't remember if that was the year before, or if that was this year.
Give me a deception check.
16.
16.
Yep.
What are you trying to get at, kid?
Well, I mean, someone's already impersonated me. I don't want to take back someone impersonating you.
That's smart. Fair enough. Anything else?
Yeah. Can I see the back of your head,
Back.
Ashlock? Do you
What is
think
he
you
on
might
about?
agree?
You saw the pictures, remember?
That was a branding on the skull.
Yeah, but they got to the skull through an incision in the back of the
Fine.
head.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you see a scar? And he like gestures to the back of his head, and there's no visible
There's
scar.
a big ass scar.
X marks the spot. Stab here.
All right. Sorry, I just still concerned and
Don't be sorry. You're taking the precautions necessary. At least own up. You trust me?
Yeah, I think so.
do I trust him?
Do you?
I've been wary as fuck since one, he didn't want to cooperate with my solid
then
idea.
That's how you feel.
Two, since he
You also have never met this man, so you don't
true,
understand his.
but he was very adamant about not doing anything, and now he's being very cooperative. Once I saw the anti-magicness on him, because he was very like, "No, we don't have time. Stop!" And now he's like, "Let me chill, be cooperative."
Well, you guys are all still moving as this is happening.
Yeah. Okay. And I could deduce that's why that we're still moving, and that's why he's more cooperative.
He's a little more easy to work with, but you also notice that Ashlock was the one that approached him first.
All right.
All right.
Walk a couple feet behind them.
Do you guys happen to know how far away we are?
About 4 hours.
From town?
Yeah.
About a little bit longer than that.
No, last time you said it was about 4.
It would take 4 hours to get to the
To
house,
the remains of the house.
carrying him.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It's about a little over half a day's travel, normally.
Oh.
And since you don't have to carry your dad anymore, it's just that.
Yeah. Be less than a day, sir.
Yeah, I don't know how to math. My bad. About half a day.
Well, let's get going.
Not this music. It's getting me freak out. Fuck. I am like wired right now. I'm walking behind them. I'm looking at everything. So I'm just like expecting shit to go sideways at any second.
Give me a perception check.
It's cocked. Okay. 16.
16.
Yeah.
Luckily, there is no rain as of yet. It is a bright, flush blue sky. Not cloudless per se, but slightly overcasty. There's still remnants of yesterday's rain, but through this, you don't see anything that really catches your attention. You do spot that caravan not too far, which marks that you guys are about halfway through your trip. As you guys come up on it,
Do you say anything about the bodies?
Yeah, I was about to.
Darren and Ashlock, your dad, Ashlock, kind of holds up a hand. Wait up. There's something off.
Yeah, we already killed these guys.
This is where the 3 bodies that were in the bag. This is where they ambushed us. And then if you look up, not too far off the road, over there, just the people that were on the cart. We found them on the way back.
Yeah.
Back out this way.
You didn't tell me anything about bodies. Pedestrians? Civilians?
We just found them when we were coming back this way.
To get you.
And what'd you do with the bodies?
They're still out there.
I'm talking about the civilians. Did you...
They're
No.
still out there.
Are you talking about the ones in the bag?
No. The civilians, you actually burned their corpses.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Gave him some burial rights.
Did you identify who they were?
Did you know them?
Did I recognize them?
You did not, actually.
Well, Mother was saying something about how the weekly delivery of bread had not come through. I'm assuming that's who it was.
And he's gonna take that time to kind of like... Although you guys said you have dealt with it already, he still proceeds with precaution, gets into the caravan, starts inspecting it, and he comes out.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna lean over to Ashlock and it's not that I don't trust him. I just don't trust what happened to him.
Yeah, there's still something weird if what you said is right.
Yeah. Does he directly interact with this
Earl Marshall.
Earl Marshall often? Is he high enough to demand his presence like that?
You would understand that it's like a district manager speaking with a CEO. So, I mean, it happens. Not fairly often, usually when like information needs to be disseminated, changes to policy procedure and all that jazz. So Occasional, but rare.
They speak on occasion whenever changes are being made or something happens, but it's not like a daily. Like, he doesn't talk to them all the time.
So, would it be normal for him to want to go up that far in the chain of command for information to give information?
If it's something big like this, then yeah.
Huh.
All right. Seems like this was some sort of trade caravan. Nothing but grain and produce. You said there were 3 of them?
Yeah.
All right. I'll make sure some sort of docket goes out. See if we can identify whose merchants or whose merchandise this was and try to get everything squared out. Ashlock, help me push this out of the main road. We can't have an obstruction like this. I'll have some men come out here and take it back to the city.
I'll go over and help push.
All right, you guys kind of move it and just kind of get it out of the main passageway so it's no longer obstructing.
While we're over here, I don't know if we checked last time. Are there any hoof tracks of where the horses that were pulling this cart went?
Give me a survival check.
That'll be a 13. No, that's an 11.
11. You see them. Excuse me. You see them somewhat old tracks, so it's a little hard to say what direction they went in, but they do seem to kind of like scatter as if they were let loose.
All right. So we ready?
You all continue on your path and eventually do make it to the city.
Okay. So I guess we're following dear old Thomas up to, I guess, the city, the barracks or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that spelling attempt.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, just follow him.
You guys make your way to the garrison.
Yeah.
And he makes his way. Guards stand at attention. They kind of salute, just nod their heads. First Lieutenant. And he just kind of nods. These 2 are with me. Make sure there's a caravan about, say, close to 20 miles east of here. Have some men, round it up, and see if we can discern who it belonged to. There are 3 bodies charred. See if we can get some investigators to identify these bodies. He kind of gives out orders. They all nod, kind of break and go follow the instructions given. He starts heading inwards to one of the office buildings, one of the commander units. He walks in, you 2 follow, and he knocks on one of the doors there. Just a door opens up, and you see a half-orc female. Her head somewhat buzzed, and a small, top knot-like ponytail that dangles from the top of her skull down in a braid. She kind of looks. Thomas, what are you doing here? I've got some information. We're going to have to call in an order for the Earl Marshal. Have a seat. We have some information we need to share with you. She kind of has a quick stern look and just immediately recognizes the situation, nods, and she gestures for you all to come in.
I'll say ever since we got to the first person he's talked to, I've just kind of averted my eyes from everybody while we're walking through. So as they nod in, I'd kind of just walk in, eyes on the ground, and find a seat and sit down.
All right.
I'm looking around. I'm curious.
You two, sit down.
Yep.
This is High Commander Alasanti. She is my CO.
Howdy.
A pleasure. Thomas, you seem a little frantic and frail. Is everything okay? Commander, we have some pertinent information that my regard to some high-profile individuals that assaulted me, and as well as my son here and his ally.
Yeah.
This happened about a night ago. There were assailants who disguised themselves as my son, garnering information about some sort of mechanism he had brought to me the day prior. We were unable to discern the functionality and or real purpose of this device. But nonetheless, it seems to have garnered some attention from individuals that sought to do me and my family harm. We have no information at the moment as who or what alliance they might have with any foreign power, but I wanted to make sure that I came to you and shared the information. I appreciate you coming so hastily. But from the look of it, it looks like you need to go to some sort of medic bay. I'm not in the best shape, yes, but this information is important as we don't know how powerful these people are. I'll let you, and he gestures to you, Ashlock, I'll let you tell the commander here what you told me prior.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, I guess you probably need to contact a man named Etherson. He's going to be, he's got a study in the ivory tower at the college. He hired us to go on this excursion, and then I'm going to fill them in and everything.
You tell the story in pretty good detail. She kind of nods and listens intently. And then as you get to the part about like the attack from these cloaked individuals, her brow starts to furrow a little more, and then you mention the body's eyes, the hanging body of what you can only assume was Elon, his eyes growing a lit, and you guys getting that like watching or whatever. More and more concern starts to grow, and she allows you to finish entirely before she chimes up with any questions of her own, mainly having to do with how long were you there, what did you see, and etc.
Was it just like a general concern or like a concern rooted in No.
they recognize something.
Yeah, and like recognition.
Give me an insight check.
I will most definitely do so, sir. Sorry. 17.
17.
I got a 21 as Rodney pipes up and gives me some insight into what he also saw.
Oh, because of the proficiency.
Yep.
All right. Ronnie kind of chimes in. Oh, well, sir, it looks like, well, I reckon she doesn't really know what these folks is or they might be. So, looks like that concerns mainly out of just curiosity, if anything. That's all I gather. And Darren, you gather the same thing. Her concern doesn't seem to have any point of recognition,
Okay.
just an intake of information that is not easy to swallow.
Oh, hell no.
So you face these creatures multiple times, yes, and they all seem to be part of the same organization, all after this device found in this abandoned home.
Yeah. Well, we fought the creatures once. Normal magic users a second time, and they were
Right.
calling them brothers.
Right.
So, yeah. All seems to be tied to that device.
And you were not able to discern what the functionality of this device was, correct?
No, ma'am. It was powered and enchanted with strong evocation and abjuration magic.
But you say this Etherson, a doctor from the Ivory Tower, has information on perhaps who this individual was, this Elan, and perhaps more information on what perhaps this device is. Is this correct?
Yeah, I don't know how much he'll actually offer up as far as information, but that's where I would start.
She kind of sits up from her desk, the wood from her chair creaking against the wood of the floor. She heads to the door, kind of whistles and gestures out. She pulls in one of the guards, gives him an order to find this Etherson and to establish a meeting with them and the officers within the room with you. The guard leaves, and she steps back inside. This is growing. This is going to be a difficult discussion to have with the Earl Marshal, but Thomas, I believe you are correct in your assumption that these forces might not be something to trifle with so easily, so forgivingly. Did you, when you encountered these, Thomas, did you have any perhaps information on them perhaps being part of Lord Delamont's forces? And he kind of thinks for a second.
What was that name for our notes?
Delamont. A Lord Delamont.
A lord or lord?
Lord Delamont.
Okay.
He kind of thinks, no, I don't think these guys were Reds.
Do I know what this is?
Give me a history check. They seemed too uncoordinated. They were more fanatics, some sort of cultish demeanor to them, from what I gathered. Besides, I don't think Delamont's got any stake in this. Not if it's some weird, strange machine.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
A 6. This name doesn't chime up.
Okay.
Have I heard him talk about it before?
You haven't heard your dad speak of it, but if you would like, you can also roll history.
11.
11. You're not getting any information either.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a strange name to you. Um, not one that you've heard before.
Ma'am, do you have any trusted magic users within the barracks?
Not within the barracks. No, we are a martial group. All arcane users are um, contracted through the university, the academy.
Do
We have
you-
a. Yes, we. I'm assuming your concern is with the lieutenant here.
Yeah.
We will make sure the appropriate eyes take a good look at him and make sure that he is fit for reinstatement. But for the time being, Thomas, you are to go home. We will have mages approach you. Make sure that you are fit to come back into the force. And he kind of begrudges, like, I feel fine.
It's not how he feels. It's more of the fact that when I looked at him through a spell that lets me detect magic, there was a sort of anti-magic aura about him.
He's right. It seems whatever they did to me left some sort of mark. And I'll be damned if I don't let those bastards pay for what they did to me, my family. She kind of sighs. I understand, Thomas. Your aggression, I share it with you. But you have to understand, whatever they did could hold some sort of potential threat in and of itself. He sighs, kind of nods.
And based on that, I don't think you would like that to be around your wife.
He kind of looks at you, and furrows his brow. Listen to him. He speaks the truth. Perhaps going home would be unwise. And he chimes up. It's like, no, I want to be there. These bastards come from my kid, my wife. I want to be the one there to protect them. She kind of relents.
In all due respect, sir, your son was the one that saved you. I feel like he will be able to protect himself and his mom pretty well.
Darren, it's fine if he wants to go home. And he can make that decision.
Yeah, and what if whatever's put on him, that's the trigger for whatever to go off?
He can make his own decision. It's fine.
I know he can, and I can't stop him. Just trying to be some words of rationale and maybe some good, wise choices around here instead of acting on impulse and emotion. I know you're angry, sir. I know you want retribution and nothing but to strike down these people that did wrong to you and your family, but till you know the nature of whatever they did to you, going around her may just put her in more danger.
Commander, I formally request to return back to my home. She kind of, very well. If you feel that this is the right thing to do, then I will allow this. But I will have mages at your home by tonight. Understood. Thank you, Commander. I will see you, Thomas, and perhaps you too, gentlemen, in a few days. I will have to ask you if you could please reiterate your statements to the Earl Marshal once he arrives from the capital city.
I will do just that.
And we will have
Gladly.
this Etherson as well found.
He's a good guy. Don't be too rough with him.
We have no intention of being rough, but we need as much information on these individuals as we can, so that way we may strike them before they can fulfill whatever dark plot they might have. I want to thank you on behalf of Almenshire and its forces for coming forth with this information, for protecting our first lieutenant, and for whatever hardship you have faced. We thank you for your duty, your service.
It's no biggie.
Please allow us to take matters into our hands now. We ask that you return to your respective homes and await summons.
All right.
A good day to you. And she kind of like clicks her heels and kind of nods, and your dad does the same and salutes, and you all leave the chambers.
I head out.
Is there like a front desk clerk lady?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
It's not an actual like administrative building. It's just kind of
Yeah.
offices. Darren, was it?
Yeah,
Where are you staying?
with him.
He's staying in your place?
Yeah, we're borrowing the cot.
Yeah. After he came and talked to you yesterday, we were still kind of worked up and stayed. I stayed in there with him.
All right. If you're as capable as you think you are, then you might be of use.
I'm pretty handy.
Would you have any ability to get a large quantity of lead sheets if we could supply the gold for it?
What do you need lead sheets for?
Well, just in my studies, I know that lead can block a lot of different kinds of magics, especially divination. So if anyone's trying to watch you or us, I was just thinking we could line the house with lead sheets and
You try to crazy hat line the entire
Yeah.
house?
pretty much.
Y'all's house is the one with the tinfoil hat.
I don't know what you think I get up to, Ashlock, but I have not the slightest idea where I can get that much lead.
Right. Do you know anywhere that might sell materials to people of the arcane? Like a shop? You know?
A shop,
Yeah. Like any.
potions and
Sure. Yeah.
doohickeys.
Yeah. Potions and magic doohickeys. You must know since, you're the tenant of this town.
I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but you're more than welcome to check the market district.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
Don't go alone. And if
Well,
you
I was
are,
gonna have Ashlock stay with you, and then I'll just meet y'all back at the house, or you can come with us, and we can stay together.
well, I know the Commander Alasanti has mages apparently coming home tonight to check me out, so I need to be there for them. So, we have a couple of days. You can do this tomorrow. Once they've checked me out, sure, I'll go with you.
So I spent a lot of time in a bunch of the bookstores, and I want to say that's probably where I got the ink that I used for the skull thing. I'm gonna go ahead and send Darren to that bookstore and tell him from my money that he should still have in his pouch to buy about 100 gold worth of ink and the good parchment for that.
That good parchment.
Yep.
Hey, yeah.
Um,
For scroll making?
for scroll making, and while you're there, ask about anywhere where you might be able to find a shop like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So just to reiterate, Thomas, Axelok's father is asking that you wait until tomorrow, once he's been checked out, to go and run your errands.
I would like to respectfully decline, because while we're waiting for them to show up, we could start working on some very important magical projects that will help us in the future with any potential run-ins.
I don't see why you just can't wait a day. I don't want any of us venturing out alone.
I mean, do you have any emotional or intellectual investment in me?
Now that I know you're connected to my kid, yes.
So you care about me?
I care about you enough where you might be a threat or a liability to my son. That's how much I care.
Nah, that wouldn't be an issue. Well, looks like we're going to have to wait.
Okay. All right, let's go
Let's
back.
go home.
You head in. Your mom almost frantically kind of clamors and hugs the two of you. Real big hug. My God, where have you been?
We had to go get. We had to take care of some stuff.
She looks at your dad and is like, Thomas, you look so frail. Ooh, that's fine. We got... The commanders has 2 mages coming in from the academy, and they're going to check me out. But I'm good. Don't worry. I'm going to make you some soup. Darren,
Hey,
would you like anything to eat?
yeah, that'd
All
be
right.
great.
Good. Step inside, quick.
All right. While she's cooking dinner, I'm going to alarm spell the front door. Any back doors, large enough windows.
Okay.
Like, you remember Marcus's old character from the other campaign, Locke, how
Yeah.
paranoid he was? Like, that level of paranoia of alarm prepping.
Yeah.
It's not concentration, so I have
Yep.
many up.
All right, you all get a good meal in. At about mid-evening, after sundown, there's a knock on the door. And there are 2 well-dressed individuals with, like, a vest with tailcoats and some lined silk pantaloons.
Yes, queen.
Pantaloons, and they seem
Is it
Like-
the kind that's like poofy out to the knee, and then it's like long stockings up to the knee below that?
no.
Oh,
Like those old French aristocrat pants. Yes.
No, think more of a like Victorian physician.
okay.
Like
Oh, okay.
there's filigree on the vest itself.
Ooh, fancy.
The pants are well made and well tailored, and they come to the door and ask for your father.
Side question.
Yeah.
Walking around, do I get any funny looks from people?
What do you mean?
From just like who I am as a person?
You get an occasional like kid looking at you a little longer than they should, but most people kind of keep to themselves within Omenshire.
Okay, good.
So, you all, your dad excuses himself as he goes with these gentlemen, and he leaves.
May I come watch? I'd like to learn as much as I can.
One of the individuals, a half-elven woman with this streak of silver hair across blonde locks, with shaved sides, kind of turns to you and who are you?
I'm one of the people that rescued him and the one that originally detected the weird anti-magic aura coming from him.
They kind of all turn you see there is a female half elf, and there is a male gnome, with ruddied brown hair with nice tight curls, and they both look at each other, and then turn to you, and the half elven female speaks and says, "Anti magic."
Yeah, it was weird. It's almost like it was removing away any magical light source that my eyes could detect. It was a something more than nothing. It's not that there wasn't an aura, it was
Like it was being shielded.
something like that. But nothing magical. It was weird. And I didn't know what to make of it. But I was given this book at birth, and this is one of the spells that was written in it, and that's how I knew how to do it.
Very well. We will make note of that. Theogen. Yeah. We'll make sure that we make note of that whenever we get back to the academy. Unfortunately, we aren't necessarily allowed to have anybody else watch our observations. So we'll have to decline your request.
All right.
Are they about to head into a different room?
No, they're gonna go back to the academy itself.
Not to actually accompany you into the examination, but can we just accompany y'all up to the college?
Unfortunately, it's restricted to members only.
Well, we have a friend in the ivory tower that we'd like to go see.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we're friends with Mr. Ethanson.
Oh, you're friends with the professor?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we did some work for him. My friend here is...
Did he give us something to...
No.
Yeah.
He didn't give us anything to be like, hey, we're friends with you. Kind of like Signet, right?
nope.
We did some work for him a while back, and my friend here is really into tinkering, just like the professor. So,
Give me a persuasion check.
sweet. Oh shit! I almost dropped that. That will be a 16.
A 16.
Yes.
All right. As to whether or not we can escort you is going to be a little difficult, but if you say you have ties to the professor, then you're more than welcome to tag along with us. But once we head back into our offices, you'll have to part ways.
All right. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? I'll give him a nice smile
Right.
because I'm charismatic AF.
I
Character is John's not.
I suppose if that is what you want to do.
Yes.
Very well. Mr. Thomas, if you will. Right.
Did you say Mr. Tumnus on accident? Because that's what I heard.
No. So you all head towards the college. It's a trek, if anything. It probably takes you close to half an hour to get there. Once you arrive, there is this large general building that is this probably like 300 foot long building with 2 floors.
Just thought of How I Met Your Mother, like, general building.
That's good.
And spiring over it, behind it, there is a very prominent, almost alabaster colored tower that spirals into 3 prongs that reach outwards, and in the middle of the prongs there is this light source, and it fluctuates from a dim blue to a almost a reddish glow, almost as if a star caught within its midst. Well, this is where we're gonna have to part ways now.
Right on. All right. Well, yeah, we just wanted to come with you and be safe. Checking out what happened. It was a weird ass ritual that they did. Left behind some weird sediment stuff, as if the table was being grounded. He was in the air, green light. It was weird as shit.
Well, make sure to take note of that.
And it summoned some shadow thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? You almost sound like me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was dark and powerful.
All right.
Did it take his shadow? Have I noticed his dad making a shadow throughout the day?
Give me a perception check.
Well, right now it's nighttime. Fuck. That's a 4.
But that 20 is like right next to that number.
Yeah. Can we just pretend
like
that
staring at me.
it did this? To a natural 20 instead of a 2, right? Roll persuasion for the DM. Also 2.
You think about this as he's entering the building, and you didn't really get a good chance to check it out before he's no longer with you.
I'm going to pop
Tapping his ass?
Yep. I'm going to pop Rodney out
Okay.
right next to
Whoa.
the door.
You keep your Rodney tucked away in public.
Right next to the door as they're about to go in, and then have Rodney slip in, and I'm going to start looking through Rodney's senses.
All right. Your eyes go that overshadowed white as you start perceiving through Rodney.
I'll guide him over to like a bench so we can just sit down, and I'll occasionally just talk to him and tell him just to occasionally tell me what he sees, so it looks like we're sitting and conversing.
Okay.
As Rodney's taking off, I can hear you kind of talking, but as I get farther away, just like I can't really hear you very much. So I'm going to just start narrating what I see,
Yeah,
and I'm not going to stop.
that's fine.
You see these 2 individuals with your father in tow, walking down a long wooded hallway with sconce torches and small lanterns. It's a long hallway with doors and double doors leading into other sections. They walk downwards and they proceed to make their way to what looks like a waiting area of some sort. Large benches and tables are set apart. And before that, further down, you see what looks like a dining area where some individuals are having their lunch. Small rounded tables, probably close to like 6 of them, all separated slightly. And then as they pass through, you see 2 hallways. It's kind of split in the middle of this large, almost foyer-like opening where the waiting area and the dining area are. They head down the what would be the leftmost side as you're facing the front of the building, and they walk for a couple minutes, passing a couple doors, and they enter a room to their right. Give me a stealth check for Rodney.
Can he be invisible?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
20.
20?
Yes.
All right. He seems to go unnoticed as he's kind of trailing behind these 2 individuals. And they enter the room, and you see what looks like 4 beds, all of which are empty. And you hear the half-elven woman like, all right, if you could don off all your armor, we will have a simpler attire for you, and we will get through with this diagnosis or whatever might be ailing you. We'll see if anything might be amiss.
Point of note. Are we within a mile of their house?
No, you're further away.
Okay.
He kind of nods, complies, and they leave the room. Give me another stealth check for Rodney.
17.
Rodney kind of ducks up in the upper corner of one of the rooms, and they pass by. Are you leaving Rodney in the room, or are you going trailing them?
I am trailing Thomas.
All right, so Thomas is in the room, doffing off his armor, and he gets down to his skivvies, and then he puts on this kind of large, almost gown-like, like pajama set, almost. He puts that on, and he kind of is like, all right, I'm ready. And the individuals walk into the room. You see one individual just kind of snap their fingers, and both their eyes grow alight with this same familiar energy you've seen Darren have within his own eyes. And they have notepads now, these parchment scrolls, and they start taking notes. How long were you with these individuals that you mentioned? I don't know. I was unconscious for most of it. There was a lot of moments of coming in and out of consciousness, just feeling this unbearable pain. Um, there was a while where they were prodding my hands and trying to get me to confess whether or not I knew anything about this contraption they kept going on and on about. Right. Was there anyone in particular that had, let's say, you within their clutches for long periods of time? Look, I said, I don't know. I was unconscious most of the time. All right, sir. I get what that guy was saying now. Seems to be some sort of obstruction to our vision of you. It's quite odd, but worth note. Do you feel any changes in your personality? No. I feel it's fine. My hands are a bit raw and sore, but my kid took care of that for me. Well, it's a little difficult to try to discern anything. Give me another stealth check from Robbie.
Yeah. That's the one. The natural one.
All right. As this conversation's going on, Ronnie tries to get a better position so he can hear better. And as he does, you notice the half of an individual kind of like turns, sees Rodney, and quickly Rodney just kind of your vision goes back to you as if you're like kicked out of his senses, and you feel Rodney's kind of his projection cease.
Okay. I think they caught us.
Do they know it was you?
I don't know how they would.
We should probably let them know? Question mark?
Yeah. I feel like it's going to cause some problems if they think it's something else.
Evil people?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we let them know? Pronto.
I guess we go in.
All right, let's go in. Do you know where to go?
Yeah.
We go in.
You go to the front door, and there's no actual handle.
Well, I would knock, but I didn't see anyone right inside the store. I guess give it a shot. Knock on the door.
Just
Yep.
no response.
Maybe you need to do it louder and I'll bang on it.
After a moment, an individual kind of... and you see a ruddy looking teenage boy, probably 15 or so, with these long red streaks of auburn hair with reddish mixed within it. Just like a mop of hair. Very like beach bum sort of matted hair.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
Hello?
Hey, man. Didn't mean to bother you, but could you walk on down that hallway and tell the half-elf with...
Who are you?
My name's Darren.
Are you part of the are you part of the academy?
Yeah.
Give me a deception check.
That's 23.
23. What are you doing?
Anyways, Can you run and tell them that this man was projecting his senses into the room they're doing their investigation over Lieutenant Thomason, because that's
What?
his dad. Not to be freaked out. Can you let us? Can you do that for me?
What? Who? Who are you?
Oh, my name's Darren.
Here, I'll show you which room it is. It's down this way, and I'd walk in.
You walk in.
Yeah.
You attempt to, but the door seems to bar your entry.
So, take this hallway down.
Wait,
When it branches, take a left.
are
You're gonna
you
go down
part
there.
of the academy?
No, you'll take a left.
I'm
and-
sorry, only academy members are allowed in this dormitory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go down, take a
Sorry,
left.
buddy. No, man, I can't. Hey, you said you're from the academy. Tell your buddy that he's not allowed here.
Well, he knows that. He just wants you to go talk to them because they're interrogating his dad.
Well, you do it, man.
You do it.
part of
I'm have to stay with him. If he can't come in, then I
He's escorting me.
can't be doing my job. I was contracted out. They're contracted out to interrogate him. So can you just do this for me? You know we get contracted out to can I say police? Like, would that be the proper term?
No.
City Watch.
City Watch?
Yeah.
We get contracted out to the City Watch all the time. Like, let me do my job, please. He just got real worried, projected his senses so he could see what they're doing to his dad. They caught him, stopped him. Look, he's a worried kid. Can you just do that for him, please?
Look, man.
I'll give you 5 gold.
Just do it yourself. And he
I-
opens a door.
I can't leave him. He's my charge. I'm supposed to be protecting him.
So you can't go inside?
No, because he can't come inside.
So?
I have to be with him at all times. That's part of my contract. That's part of what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be with him to protect him.
Oh, all right. And he goes to close the door.
You're useless.
Door closes.
Well, that didn't work out.
I'd like to try to pop Rodney back in on the other side of the door
Okay.
and just kind of stroll down, picking his banjo, so he gets to that room. And I'll have him kind of holler out and let them know that, hey, I'm here with Ashlock kind of deal.
All right. As Rodney starts making his way to the room, he kind of gets to the outside and, excuse me, I'm here to tell y'all that I'm part of Mr. Ashlock's entourage, and I was just here to inform y'all that I didn't mean to spook y'all or anything. I was just trying to get a good look-see about what's going on with his paw and whatnot. I do apologize if I scared any one of y'all, but I do mean it from the bottom of my heart, and Mr. Ashlock means it. Long story short, just, it was Mr. Ashlock, and he sure is sorry.
Does he get any response?
The door kind of opens up, and it's the gnome, and he kind of has his hands alit with this bright fire. You want to tell that guy that if he ever does a stunt like that again, we are going to have to bring it to the college itself, and we'll let the authorities deal with it the best they can. Do not interfere with our work. Is that understood?
I direct him to say, no interfering, just watching.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, me and Mr. Ashlock sure are sorry, and we will make sure not to interfere with your work once again. I'd like to send out a sincere apology as we did not mean to cause any trouble. And he kind of like snuffs out his hand. He kind of gives the clear on the back into the room. And he closes the door.
I'm gonna have him stick his face through the door.
Is he incorporeal?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think he can pass through objects, though.
It's intangible.
True, it can't be touched, but being able to project through things, I think, is something else.
I mean, a ghost is incorporeal and intangible, and it can go through walls.
Does it say he can go through walls?
It doesn't say he can't.
Just
Intangible. Bet you didn't think so. I can measure to. Panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews. Chicks and dudes, who you think is really kicking tunes? We're gonna have to cut that out.
yeah, probably.
It's fine. It's whatever.
All right, he pushes his face through, and immediately you feel that projection come out again, and you're knocked back to your own senses.
Well, they know now.
All right, cool. You want to try to go shopping now?
Yeah.
Let's go. Take me to the bookstore of yours.
Head up to the bookstore.
All right.
The bookie bookstore.
Bookstore. Bookie bookstore.
Buy some paper. This is Ashlock rapping on an album.
What's this city called again? Alheim? Almondshire?
Ormondshire.
Almondshire.
Ormondshire.
It's not what I wrote in the notes.
Yeah, we have Almondshire.
Ormondshire.
Okay. Well, either way, it's now canon that Ashlock is a secret underground rapper in Armondshire.
Who's not doing too well.
Nope. Do we find the bookstore?
Oh yeah, easily enough.
Is it open?
You go to your favorite spot, Manning and Flint.
Oh, that's cool. Manning and Flint.
You hop in, you hear that familiar bell jingle, and you kind of make your way in, and you see Lester Manning, one of the owners and one of the frequent people you see here, heading the storefront. He kind of chimes up as the bell rings, and you see this elderly human with balding, thinning gray hair pouring through his now almost entirely bald scalp. Some liver spots spotted across, wrinkled skin, and these small spectacles in front of his eyes as he's poring over one of his tomes, as he tends to do. Oh, Ashlock, a pleasure to see you again, young lad.
Oh, thank you. I need some more of that ink, and I'm actually going to need quite a bit of ink and paper. You have about
300 gold.
you have about 100 gold worth of material?
Oh, I can check the back. I believe we had a fresh shipment not too long ago, so we should have plenty of what you require. I would like to also mention that we have a new addition to one of your favorite authors.
Which one?
I believe you're a fan of Marmont's work, are you not?
Yeah.
We had some work come in from the Brenspor Peaks on his expeditions, and
How much is that?
that I believe would only cost you 20 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the book and the supplies.
All right, let me go grab that for you.
Did he just say 20 gold for a book?
Yeah. It's quite a deal, isn't it?
No, not at all.
What do you mean?
Is that a relatively okay price for a book? Being so traveled. Is that like common price? Or nah?
Give me a straight intelligence check.
13.
13. You frequent bookshops, but this seems more of a specialty shop. The tomes seem more well taken care of, and it only pertains to books. Usually there's other oddities that are sold, but this is specifically books. So it's tough to tell what a price range could be for perhaps a well-valued book.
All right.
So
Fair enough.
it's not completely absurd, but it does seem a bit expensive for your taste.
John thinks it's absurd.
So he comes out with this small ream of parchment paper and about 3 inkwells. Oh, yes. Well, here you are, young lad. Your parchment, ink, and the book.
That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to have you here, young Ashlock.
Let me know if anything else of interest comes through like this.
Of course, will do. You have a good day now.
Thank you.
Do you have any scrolls or ritual spells that I may purchase?
Ashlock, you would know that this isn't a magic shop. It's specifically for books. And the parchment and ink is for potential authors, but it also works for wizards looking to purchase the necessary ink for transcriptions.
Yeah. Actually, that's not really this kind of store.
Oh,
Unfortunately, sir, we aren't that kind of a shop.
do you know where I can go?
Of course. If you go not but 2 blocks south and make a right, you make your way to Alwerda's and Ernard's apothecary.
All right, thanks.
That's what you're looking for if you're looking for more of a practitioner of the arcane arts.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, it's nice meeting you.
A pleasure.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I've passed by it a couple times.
Let's go.
All right. You make your way to a bright, emblazoned sign with dancing lights kind of strewn around, almost like a strobe effect. And you hear jaunty tunes coming in, and you make your way inside, and there's people kind of, it's more of a lounge than a magic shop. There is a
Hookah.
countertop. There's in fact hookah. There's small throw pillows, people kind of laughing and being jaunty.
Puff, puff, pass. Hey, this looks like a pretty chill joint. I like it.
You've actually never been in here, Darren, Ashlock. You've only heard of it, and the inside seem too rowdy and sociable for your taste. So you make your way inside, and it seems to be a two-story top timber logged building. Um, and you see they actually have turned some flasks into some makeshift lanterns for a very like rustic look. And you make your way inside.
Do I
And-
see the proprietor of the store?
You find a couple people manning the front. You see a fair-skinned, almost very pale, humanoid-looking person with dreaded black hair tied in a bun at the top. Female. You see another individual with the same kind of skin, with kind of mascara or like blue eyeshadow draped across his eyes in a very like cat eye manner. He is dressed in a very flowing silk, not blouse, but like an open shirt that is flowing and breezy, with just a smattering of color. A very vibrant looking individual, male. And you see another one, a dragonborn with black onyx-like scales, and these bright, almost glowing blue piercing eyes. And they're all just kind of chit-chatting with the people at the bar, and taking like what seem like orders. But instead of drinks, everyone seems to have a small little like Erlenmeyer flask like little vial, and they seem to be sipping from it.
I'll walk up, lean over on the counter. You know, just kind of wave my hand and be like, howdy.
The female humanoid kind of makes her way to you.
She's the very vibrant one?
No, that was the male.
Oh, okay.
This is the one with the dreaded locks bunned up.
Just like me, hey. Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. Yeah. What can I do you for, man?
So, I was
Is
told...
this lady played by Owen Wilson?
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Hey.
yeah.
Hey.
Right on.
What can I do you for? First time here.
Yeah.
You're a fresh face. I haven't seen you around.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to this town and haven't been in here, but I was told if I wanted to purchase some stuff of the arcane, that this would be the place to go.
Oh, for sure. You came to the right place. Here at Wellers and Ernods, we strive for perfection.
Hell yeah. I like
anything
your hair.
Thank you. Your hair's pretty rad, too.
Yeah.
I like your scales.
Oh, thanks. People don't...
Hey, Angel. Come here. And you see the Dragonborn kind of peer up, and you realize now that this Dragonborn was hunched over. And you recognize this as a female Dragonborn. She kind of stands to attention, kind of like a lizard peering its neck upward. And then she like gets this very toothy smile and walks over, and you see now about a 7-foot tall onyx scaled Dragonborn.
Hell yeah. I'll smile and give a wink.
Angel, check out this dude. He has scales.
Hey. I'll smile, give a wink. It's nice to meet you, Angel. Name's Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Oh. Show off my
That's-
forearms.
That's some pretty nice scales you
Lift-
have there.
Lift up my halter top a little bit so it sees like this smattering that goes in the lines of scales on my chest that leads to like a line down my abdomen. Yeah. Something I was born with.
Cool. How did you get those?
Some guy apparently blessed me when I was born and these popped up.
Well, you see, my grandpappy had sex with a dragon once, and
That doesn't sound as cool. It sounds a little creepy.
Yeah.
Right on.
He was really ballsy.
Very nice.
Yeah, yours look cool too.
Cool.
My skin's not as dark as that. So yeah, I was looking for some magical wares, so to come here.
All right. Well, I'll leave that to Alwerda. It was really nice meeting you. Darren, right?
Yeah, it was nice meeting you too, Angel.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Darren,
Hopefully Huh?
you feel a tug on your halter top, and are we gonna be here a while?
Not too long, bud.
Okay, it's making me nervous.
Just have a seat right next to me and just tinker something, all right?
Okay,
Here, hold my staff. Hey, yeah. What was your name, ma'am?
My name's Alwelda.
Arwelda.
It's a close pronunciation. It's fine.
Sorry, I have a real slow mouth.
It's all right, man.
Uh.
Everything's all cool.
So, what?
Hey, little buddy. What can I get for you? You're also new here.
these words go straight over my head. I'm actually messing with his staff now.
Oh, you're not an enchanter by chance, are you?
Nah, he tinkers.
Oh. Okay.
And he's really shy, doesn't
Oh,
Stick
are
roll.
you? You know what? Since you guys are new here, would you mind if I provided you with a free beverage?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm still messing with the
She
the
kind
staff.
of bends down underneath the bar top and pulls out these two shimmering red flaked vials and hands them to you.
We getting fucked up. I'll hand one to him. I'll take one.
These are on the house.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
I don't look up as I just grab it.
Uh-huh.
And actually, first thing I do look up and go, you mind if I write something on your staff for?
No, go ahead, man.
Awesome. Okay. And I raise my glass and clink it and just shoot it back as I'm like looking down and
I will too.
reading.
All right.
Con saves.
You all imbibe with these, and Darren, you don't feel much different.
Okay.
But everyone in this bar seems like they're pretty cool.
I already thought that beforehand.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Not much of a change. But Ashlog, you're like, wow, these people were really close to me before. But you know what? Actually, that guy seems pretty cool.
He just gave us liquid ecstasy.
That lady's pretty cool. Everyone here seems really nice.
Pet the fairy wall. Pet the fairy wall.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind chatting up a couple of these people.
So,
You basically just come out of your shell.
yeah.
And you see this individual, her eyes now you see are this very bright and almost pearlescent purple. How you feeling, buddy?
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're not so bad. Hey,
Right.
I finished your staff.
Oh, thanks, man.
Should be easier to do stuff with now. It's really cool.
Hell yeah. Man, you're smiling more than I've ever seen you smile.
Oh, that's
Why not?
Hell
It's a
yeah.
great day.
Oh shit. I like this. Do
Hey,
I see
what's
the
your name?
Do I see the change in her eyes?
it's not a change. You just now get closer and you see it. My name's Alwerda.
Alberta.
Where
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How you feeling, bud?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Now, if you ever come
No,
back,
you're beautiful.
oh, stop it, you little charmer. Yeah. I
Oh,
like
hell
you
yeah.
guys.
I like you too.
So,
Can I show you something?
of course,
Oh,
man.
hell yeah.
Do you like wolves?
Do I like wolves?
Yeah.
And she like turns around and you see a tattoo of a wolf pack on her back.
You're gonna love this. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready? right, here we go. And
Pulls out the skull first.
no. Rodney pops out, but this time he's gonna pop out kind of with dreadlocks, and he's gonna be shirtless and just like these real loose
Board
pants.
shorts.
Got a tie dye.
Yeah.
If you can see tie dye in our grayscale world, and
We're not grayscale. Stop.
and he's gonna walk up just real chill, kind of foot tall wolf walking bipedal on the bar.
Instead of a straw, there's a big old doobie in his mouth.
Yep.
All right. Do you want him to change the way he speaks at all?
Yes.
All right. To more fitting to.
This. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. What's going on, pretty
Matthew
mama?
McConaughey.
What's going on, pretty mama? And she's just like, oh, wow. Did you do that?
Yeah. This is
Hell yeah.
he helped me out with a lot of stuff.
She kind of leans in real quick. Hey. And she like gestures to Ashlock to move in a little closer.
Yeah.
Do you have a license?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. And she kind of leans back. Bernard, I got a friend for you. And you see that male kind of turn around, seeming quizzical, kind of juts his jaw out a little bit, thinks for a bit, almost spacey. And he like looks at you. And this big old smile just stretches across his face, and he like swoops in almost like a serpent, just head first, and then comes out. Well, hello there.
Hi. I'm Ashlock. You said Ernard?
Yeah.
It's great to meet you, man.
Oh. Why am I here? He kind of like he moves his head over to the side to Alwerda, asks, why did you call me? And she's like, look, make him do that thing again. And Rodney kind of like, hey, how's it going? And Ernard just, his eyes flare up. Literally, his eyes grow light with that same arcane energy that you're used to Darren pull off.
Yeah.
And he just kind of goes bug-eyed. Oh my goodness. Yes. What do you call it? What is it? Is this your creation?
Yeah.
Did you make this?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Well, his name's
Can
Rodney.
you do this all the time?
Yeah. Whenever I
Is
want.
this something that you came up on the spot?
Well, I was just thinking about it for a while, and I was thinking,
You
man, I've got
have
so much
to come
information, and I've got
upstairs.
to. Yeah, let's do it. We're
All
going
right.
upstairs.
Yes.
Hey, Darren, I'll see you later. I'm going upstairs.
Oh, can I come with him?
You're not invited. I'm sorry.
Bye, Darren.
All right, my friends. I like you.
I like
you
you.
said your name was Ashlock. And then
Yes.
this conversation goes on as they go up a flight of stairs at the end of this bar top. And then you and Alwerda are just kind of, and she's just on her elbow on the bar top, fist to her chin, just kind of looking at you. So, are you from here?
No, I'm from South.
Oh, where in the South? Me and my brother are also from the South. The deep South, you would say. That's a little joke me and him like to say.
Don't know what that means.
No.
From Shadesbury.
Shadesbury.
Yeah.
Huh. I haven't heard of that one.
Small town.
Is it?
Yeah. Where did you take my friend?
I don't know. He went up with Ernard.
Right, okay.
But tell me about yourself, Darren. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun?
Well, right now, just trying to fill this book. Learn how to be. I'm assuming that I'm going to be a little bit more because of the thing we
Yes,
drank a little bit more.
you guys are essentially under the friendship spell,
Okay.
Yeah.
or friends with everyone. You guys think
Cool.
everyone is your friend.
Hell yeah. Well, you see, like I was saying earlier, when I was born, I was gifted this book along with this magic. Wow. And I inherited it, and I feel like it can contain something powerful, and I just want to fill it more and more spells. And
Do you have a license?
yeah.
Cool.
Mine's...
Hey, Angel. Yeah. You mind watching the bar for a bit? Again? Yeah, just for a little bit.
Orgy time. Yeah.
Fine. Go on, Darren.
Yeah, and want to figure out more about the guy who blessed me with this, and
You see
I
her
wanna
eyes
be-
flare up.
want to be a master of fire.
Cool. Hey, do you want to go upstairs?
Sure.
Awesome. I have something I want to show you. I think you'd really like it.
All right, let's go.
So you guys head upstairs.
I'll slide my book back in the bag with the alarm spell on it.
All right. You head up a different flight of stairs, opposite end of the flight of stairs that Darren went up. Ashlock went up.
Okay. Can we go where they are?
Oh no, that's not where we're going.
Oh, okay.
So, Darren,
Yeah.
this is my nice little happy place. This is where I take all my friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What do you think? Nice?
I like it. It's very cozy.
You said you like fire, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind doing me a favor and lighting that fireplace?
Let's throw a firebolt.
And it starts to go up.
Yeah, that was easy.
Wow. Hey, how long have you been practicing magic?
Practicing? I don't know.
Just toying with. How long have you been able to do this? It seems like
19 years?
wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, actually 13. I had the skills, but then magic kind of just exploded out of me one day in the field and almost burnt down all the harvest.
Cool. So yeah, I was gonna show you something, but you have to close your eyes.
That seems a little off. How
You're
can
under
you
the friendship spell.
I'm not like my eyes are closing. How can
Yeah.
you show me something when my eyes are closed?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hold my
Ashlock.
staff in.
Yep.
So, tell me more about all this. How long have you been able to do this?
Oh, you mean with Rodney?
Yeah. If you can do more things, then
This morning.
I came up with Rodney this morning.
so you came up with this.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Well, like I was trying to say, like, so there's just
Oh, my room's in here.
okay. I read so much stuff, and then I
You seem
got
very
so
smart.
much information that
Yes.
like sometimes it's really hard to just like keep everything keep track of everything you know and
Oh, I
organize
completely
it.
understand,
And so I
yes.
figured, why not put that in an object? And so
You know what? I think me and you are two peas in a pod.
yeah.
Cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Look what I did. So I have this the wolf skull.
Yeah.
And so I just drew these symbols that it basically it helps trap some of the information that I've got kind of stored in me, and it works to help organize it inside this object. So it's kind of like if this wolf skull were like an artificial mind of its own, and
God, fascinating.
it can talk to me and kind of help me kind of
Listen,
keep stuff in
Ashlock.
yeah.
I love what you're doing. It is brilliant work. You show me a lot of what you can do. Let me show you something I hold dear to me.
Okay.
But it's a surprise, so I
Alright.
need you to close your eyes.
All right. And I'm gonna kind of get a little sly smile, and I close my eyes, but then on top of my head I've got Rodney, and he goes, and he's like watching. He goes, but I can see from two, or
Oh, hey, Rodney. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to close your eyes too, if you will, for just a moment.
And Rodney closes his eyes.
And he just whistles a little tune. Both of you
We're
feel
about to die.
this momentary silence as just both fireplaces in both rooms go up. And then, Darren, you feel something grab your hand, like gently take it, and then placed on a warm, round object, like a doorknob, but heated.
Okay. Can I open my eyes yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. It's way too early for that.
Okay.
Darren, Ashlock.
Yep.
You feel the same thing. You feel your hand placed upon this almost bulb-like material of warm, potentially metal. All right. So, this is a little thing I've been working on for quite some time, and though some people might not be quite fond of it, but I feel like you and someone as talented as you, Darren Ashlock, someone as talented as you, Ashlock, might benefit from having your mind expanded upon and explored.
I think so.
So if you wouldn't mind, would you allow me to peer into your mind?
Why not?
Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad you agree. Darren,
Yeah.
Alwardo's voice becomes closer to you, almost a whisper. So, I'm going to need you to relax a little bit. Keep your eyes closed
Yeah.
and just focus on your most warm thoughts.
Okay.
And we're going to take a little ride together.
Oh. On what? What are we riding on?
We're going to ride the wave of knowledge
All right.
and enlightenment.
Okay.
I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit.
Doesn't pass whatever it is.
Got 17.
17?
It's a 2
2.
plus 0.
Fuck.
So, very akin to, like, going warp speed, where light seems to almost become fixtures of beams. Ashlock, you close your eyes and you see stars of before you, and then they just warp, and reality seems to tunnel vision and just whoa, and you go for what feels like ages, just traveling through this endless landscape of these bright, vibrant colors. Darren,
Yeah.
you kind of just sit there, wait for something to happen, and then you just see these like little globules of light in your periphery while your eyes are closed. Almost like if you rub your eyes a little too hard,
Yeah.
those kind of like
Little star.
little stars
Yeah.
that you see,
Mhm.
something like that, and then it's just like it's a warm, fuzzy feeling. But you know,
Okay.
it's pretty cool lights. Darren, you hear a whisper in your ear. Isn't it fantastic? The endless expanse. Eternity. It is almost as if you're in paradise yourself.
Am I still under the friend spell?
It's been about, it's well over a minute. So you feel a little less impressed with people.
I mean, all I see is a couple lights. And they're moving slowly.
Damn it. Fine. Yeah, you can get up.
Did I mess it up?
No, it happens sometimes, It's not a fault to yourself. It happens to everyone.
Okay.
There's no need to be ashamed about it.
I'd like to perform,
Yeah, if you can't do it, sometimes you can't do it. Are
Yeah.
you stressed? It might be stress.
Yeah.
Stress can cause it sometimes.
Kind of
But I am
really
going to have
fucking
to ask
stressed
you to
right now.
leave my room.
Oh.
Feel free to head back downstairs. But yeah, we're done here.
Okay.
Oh,
Ashley.
college.
He's like, isn't it fantastic seeing the world for what it truly is? No filter, the expanse of eternity right before your very hands.
Oh, wow. This is it. I never could have imagined. Then this means so much. The possibilities.
Yes, yes. And Darren, as you're leaving, you hear what could only be described as Ernard's voice just yelling, yes, 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 over and over again.
Is the chick with me, or does she stay in her room?
She stayed in her room, but there's a somewhat maybe like 20-foot hallway, and then the other side you see where the stairwell meets, and there is another room, another door, essentially.
Does it seem malicious?
No, it
or
seems elated.
sensual?
It seems elated.
I don't know if I trust it. It's Ashlock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
And you hear, you also hear Ashlock's like, wow, whoa.
I start to go, then I hear that. I don't want to see that much of Ashlock yet. I go back to the bar, find Angel, and
She kind of like just sighs like, so,
hey,
how'd it go?
she seemed disappointed.
It happens sometimes. You can't blame yourself, really. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
beating yourself up about it is only going to make it worse in time, really.
what was that supposed to do?
But I don't know.
Have they done it to you?
No, I work here.
Do they do it often?
It happens every once in a while. People will pique their interest. But hey, can't win them all, right, kid?
I guess. Can I still buy things?
Of course.
Do you have scrolls or something?
Oh yeah.
Cool. So my friend was able to summon a little friend, and I want a little friend now. I've heard about some wizards and people being able to do that.
Right.
Can I buy that scroll?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to either Alberta or Ernard once they get down with their whatever it is they're doing. Ashlock, at this point, the sensation of flying through an endless expanse, seeing eternity for what it truly is, this bliss, this unending cornucopia of just sensation and stimulus overtakes you, and you feel this drain, but of happiness, and you feel like you just ran a marathon and won. You achieved greatness, and there's sweat pouring down your brow, and Ernard's like, yes, what did you think?
Well, oh wow, I've never. Oh, can we do it again?
Oh, perhaps not today, or maybe even tomorrow, but the next time you're here, we'll see. But for now, I would ask that you join your friend downstairs, while I clean up around here.
All right.
I enjoyed your company, dear Ashlock.
Yeah, you sure you don't want me to stay? And
I'm very sure. What we've done here was magical. But it is time for you now to leave,
Okay.
as our business here is done.
Oh, okay.
A good day to you, and if we ever meet again, be safe.
You're the man.
Of course.
I head up.
All right, head down.
Yeah, head down.
All right. Darren, you see Ashlock make his way down the steps,
How does he look?
sweat down his brow, but he's happy. He has this really wide grin. And the friendship spell for you as well has ended, Ashlock.
Hey,
Yeah. It's like I'm like grinning, but kind of looking down.
you alright?
Yeah, I think so.
What do they do?
Showed me the world.
She tried doing that to me too.
It looks like you lucked out there, little guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to my stuff now.
Alright. Sit and wait for them to come down so I can purchase what I want and leave.
All right. So, with this newfound strange experience, we have one Darren somewhat disappointed in whatever was supposed to happen,
Super confused.
just dumbfounded a little bit. Meanwhile, Ashlock
A
has
little
just
worried for Ashlock.
had his whole mind, his perspective on things a little warped and changed. For the better or for the worse, we don't know. But there you see Ernard and Alwerda make their way down. And what do you all like to do?
Do they look any different?
No. Same individuals you saw before.
Okay. Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry. Apparently he did good.
You always get the good ones. And Art just kind of like smirks, chuckles a little bit. I can't help if I'm blessed, darling.
Well, you can do me next time if you want it.
Oh. No, I've had my fair share. I like being the one in control sometimes, you know? It's more exhilarating that way.
I was talking to what's her name?
Alberta?
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, I don't really enjoy sloppy seconds,
Oh. Okay.
but I do appreciate your requests. And she like winks in to you. So you said you were here for some business.
Yeah.
What business is it?
So, like I was talking to Angel, my friend here can summon a little friend and wanted to do so as well. But I don't have the means necessary, and I know some arcane users can do so, and know it's a ritual
Oh.
of sorts.
Right. Okay.
And this book can only hold rituals, so
Alberta kind of like, well, Eleanor, since you had so much fun, why don't you show them the shop? And she kind of like goes to tending other people. All right, living in a bit of a huff, I suppose. Of course. You said you're looking for scrolls, that is?
yeah, it's just something I can copy into this book.
Ah, okay. Let's go to my shop.
Right on.
And he turns and leaves the shop. He leaves the bar top, and he gestures for you all to meet up outside.
Mhm.
You head out the door. He gets his keys, turns the lock a bit, and then he opens the door again. You enter the same building, but this time there is a shop with
Oh.
little cubbies cut out for scrolls
Right on.
and potions, and there are a couple of maybe like 4 or 3 items that are hanging up on the wall.
Nice.
You enter the shop. of Ernald and Orwads. And next time on Out of Character, we'll pick up there.
Oh.
Sweet.
I want to thank everyone for listening to tonight's episode.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining me on that
Sticking us up.
little adventure I took.
This one was a little long, but I felt like it was worth the journey for our friends to take.
Some of us.
Some of them. But yeah, thank you again, and we'll catch you all next time.
I'm so confused.
Out of Character.
Bye.